My name is Nadia. I live in a small house. My son is married. His wife is my daughter-in-law. We never had a good relationship. She always showed aggression towards me, even in front of my son. I tried to avoid conflicts, stayed silent, did everything not to escalate the situation. But it was not enough. That day I was standing in the kitchen. It was early in the morning. I had not slept all night because I was unwell after a cold. My daughter-in-law entered the house without knocking. I heard footsteps but didn't have time to react. She approached me with a knife in her hand. I was surprised. I couldn't understand what was happening. The first strike hit my arm. I recoiled, but she didn't stop. Blood began to flow. I screamed. She kept stabbing. I felt pain in my back, arms, and legs. Every stab left a bleeding wound. I tried to protect myself, covering my head with my hands. But she was stronger, moving quickly, giving me no chance to escape. I fell to the floor. Every strike was precise. I felt my body weakening. I tried to call for help. My son was not home. I thought of the phone, but it was in another room. My daughter-in-law controlled the space, preventing me from getting up. She shouted, cursed, was angry for no reason. I didn't have time to think. I only focused on surviving. The wounds were deep. I felt blood pooling on the floor. She paused for a few seconds to check if I was still alive. Then she continued stabbing. I thought that if I didn't run, she would kill me. I got up, though my wounds and weakness made it difficult. She did not expect me to try to escape. I ran to the door. She chased me, but I managed to open the door and get outside. Blood ran down my body, my clothes were red. Neighbors came out, heard the screams. They called an ambulance and the police. She ran away from the house. The police arrived, the ambulance too. They took me to the hospital. Doctors said I wouldn't have survived without intervention. I had several deep cuts and blood loss. They transferred me to surgery. Every operation was painful but necessary. The police began an investigation. They confiscated the knives, questioned witnesses. My son was in shock. He couldn't believe his wife was capable of this. She was detained, and criminal charges were opened against her. I suffered injuries that will stay with me forever. I felt not only physical pain but psychological. I was afraid to stay in the house. My son and I had to find another place to live. Every sound reminded me of that night. I was afraid to return home. Every step, every noise triggered panic. Doctors said the wounds would heal, but scars would remain. I know I will live with this. She tried to take my life, and I have to survive. My family supports me, but the feeling of danger remains. I no longer trust anyone close to her. My son filed a statement with the court. Criminal proceedings were opened for attempted murder. The investigation continues. I was questioned regularly, every cut and injury documented. All evidence was collected. She cannot avoid responsibility. I am recovering physically, but psychologically it will be difficult. I know that day changed my life forever. My daughter-in-law is responsible for her actions. She cut me intentionally, without reason. It was an attack, planned or not, but the result was severe bodily harm. I will learn to live again. I will no longer be naive. I will be careful. I will no longer trust her. Every day will be a fight for peace and safety. My son helps me. We look for support from psychologists and authorities. Every night reminds me of the pain, but I am alive. Survival is the only result that matters. The wounds remain, scars remain, but I will not let fear control my life. She tried to take my life but failed. The investigation continues. I am regularly called for testimony. All documents, medical reports, statements are collected. I know justice will happen, even if it takes time. The important thing is that she does not repeat this with anyone else. I do not think about revenge. I think about safety, about my life and my son's life. I have to reconsider relationships, change my lifestyle. My home is no longer a safe place. I have to live with constant caution. My daughter-in-law did this intentionally. Every knife strike left physical and psychological marks. I will have to treat and rehabilitate. My son was shocked but supports me. We plan a safe life together. I no longer trust. I no longer rely on random kindness. Survival has become the main rule. I have learned to control space, avoid dangerous situations, not stay alone with those who can harm me. Every day after the attack is a fight for peace. I keep records, medical documentation, visit psychologists. This helps cope with nightmares, fear, and pain. I know physical wounds will heal, but psychologically they will stay for life.